442 Dudes. Well, welcome back to another episode of 442 Dudes. My name is Ben.
I'm John.
And we're the dudes behind 442. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. You'll find out more later. Coming up next, we got 90 minutes. Yeah, that segment, we got 90 minutes. So we'll see you. We'll too.
Stay tuned.
And so, welcome to 90 Minutes Off. John, we know that we are already entering into the international break. Euro 2024 qualifications and all that. Record-breaking stuff happening. That's what I want to say.
Yes.
Record-breaking stuff happening, yeah? And what's the record-breaking stuff? Well, from what I remember is that, Harry Kane for once is now England's top goal scorer.
That's right.
Thankfully, he didn't miss this time. Thankfully, he didn't miss. World Cup, he did, but this one he didn't. And I thought that was a very nice picture. Because I'm referring to England when they went up against Ukraine and they went up 2-0. Again, great goal by him. But I like that presentation they did for him, I saw it, with the family and all. I thought it was a very nice gesture. So yeah, Harry Kane is one of them. So
yeah,
congratulations to you, Harry.
Congratulations to Harry Kane. That's one good thing about Harry, but not so good for the other Harry. And I'm talking about Harry Maguire.
Okay, right.
I mean, there are two Harrys, right?
Yeah, they all are.
There's a big contrast between the two Harrys. One is a superhero of the England, one is a supervillain. What do I mean by that is because Harry Maguire just did Harry Maguire things.
Okay, which is?
So the goal that they conceded against Italy, I'm not sure whether you guys watched it, or if you watched it, you're probably going to concur with me.
Okay.
So let me just give you some idea for those who didn't watch the game, right? So Harry Maguire received a pass from Pickford, from a goal kick, and he just decided to do what he thinks he does best, which is to carry the ball forward, dribble out of defense, and this time round he lost the ball.
Like he always do lah.
And like he always do, give the ball to the opponent, and they went on to score the only goal for Italy. And so, congratulations to Harry Maguire as well for once again assisting the opponent.
Oh my goodness, I'm not even sure why John is so happy. But think about it, no matter what we say about him or what the internet says about him, he still appears for United and he still appears for England. So
are you sure he appears for United? He's on the bench for all the time.
Yeah, at least he's still appearing somewhere.
Maybe not for long, we never know.
Yeah, so but special mention to the Italians as well. Only because I think in recent form, they've been kind of on and off. And defense-wise, they're no longer very aggressive. That's what I feel, Unlike when you had Bonucci back then, all of them were very aggressive, like slide and tackle. This one, all the defense a bit,
they lost the passion in a way.
Yeah.
But I think the answer to that is they're probably in a transition period, where they're trying to bring in new players in.
Right.
In fact, the Italian that scored for Italy against England was playing his first game for Italy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and interestingly, he's actually born in Argentina.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, and speaking of Argentina, there was another thing very, very, very like a milestone. We'll talk about record breakers here, right?
Yeah, we are.
So there was another milestone that actually was achieved this week.
Oh.
And because I was talking about Argentina, it is none other than Argentina's favorite son right now, Lionel Messi.
Okay, what about him?
He scored his 100th career goal.
Wow.
Against Panama. And it was their free kick was just beautiful. Beautiful free kick for his 800th goal.
It had to be him lah.
It had to be him. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it had to be him lah.
Yeah, I mean, do you see the reception that he got when he went back? Because I think this is the first game that was played back in Argentina after the World Cup, right? And the reception they got, beautiful.
Yeah, I think indeed beautiful. And this is the thing about football, We talked about it on the first episode. We talked about it on the second episode. Football just transcends everywhere,
Definitely.
Exactly. And one thing also, I just gotta, because he's always correcting me on my bloody pronunciation. This time my turn. Basket. Lionel. Well, it's Lionel Messi, by the way. So
not Lionel, man.
Lionel. Actually, not Lionel, Oh shit, now my turn to kena hantam in the end. What kena whack in the
I don't know, but you guys think you can correct us on pronunciation. Wait. I think we have a lot of issues with pronunciation.
We do, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. We learn on the go, huh? We learn on the go.
Yeah.
And just like previously, speaking of, we learn on the go. We saw the comments as well. Thank you for commenting. Chubby, yeah. Chubby, we were figuring that out.
You're talking about yourself, right?
Yeah, myself, right? But still, we were, chubby. So yeah, thank you for those.
Right? Chavi, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, look, we need to look at our producer. Is it called Chavi or Shavi or...
Chavi.
There we go. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, I'm sure you can hear
See,
it, right?
that's
so
why and thank you for those who commented on that. Yeah. So really, I think a lot of record breaking moments, as you said, and yeah, that's the whole thing about football. You had Harry Kane, Lionel Messi, and all. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh yeah, we totally
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry lah.
It's okay lah. I remember that one. So yeah. So what do you want to say
for CR?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, United players sometimes I cannot remember. Okay, anyway, coming to Cristiano Ronaldo, we're talking about record breakers.
Yeah.
So he also broke the record for this round of the Euro qualifiers. Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo is now the most capped player in men's international football.
And same thing. I mean, sorry to cut you there, but say what you want about him. Just like Harry Maguire, people can say that he sold himself for the money and all in Saudi Arabia, but he is what he is. He's still doing some sort of achievement for himself, and then congratulations to you, Cristiano.
Yeah, so now he's on 198 appearances for Portugal. And who's going to stop him from breaking the 200 barrier, man?
I mean, I don't know who lah, but he's doing quite fine. And congratulations to João Felix for scoring the goal recently as well. Sorry, you got to shout out for some Chelsea player lah.
Talk about Chelsea. Then where's your Chelsea jersey? Why too shy to wear?
We'll talk about that later in our later segment lah.
Right, so talking about the later segment, yes, that segment is called The Sixth Sense, where we will be giving you our match predictions for the important matches that will be coming up next week. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that one. Sixth Sense.
Alright, so welcome back everybody. This is the segment called Sixth Sense, where we will give you our predictions for the important matches that's coming up. But before we do that, I just want to say why am I so excited about this segment is because you will find out later. There's a reason why I'm wearing this jersey today, okay? Well, before we go into the exciting segment, sorry, I can't contain myself. I can't wait for that. Let's go into the more serious stuff first.
We are. Yes.
So, Ben, what are the important matches that are coming up?
Well, I think, from what I see here, some of the important matches that we're including includes in the English Premier League, we got Man City versus Liverpool. That's one of them. We got Newcastle against Man United. So that's a United game over there. Then over at the Bundesliga, I think that one's something I'm looking forward to. Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund. And I think over at the La Liga, you got Atletico Madrid versus Real Betis. And Villarreal up against Real Sociedad.
You were very cautious about the pronunciation.
Of course. I'm very careful. Okay, but so now that we've mentioned the matches, you can also see our predictions now. Here are my predictions. I think it's on my left side lah. Yeah, it's on my left side. That should be on my predictions. Otherwise, Kai will be shouting towards me. He's not, so yeah, thank God. Okay, so my predictions are as follow. I think Man City is going to go crazy over Liverpool again because I'm biased with Haaland. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Okay, you carry on first.
Yeah. Now, despite what people might say, whether Haaland is injured or not, or whatever, I think, in my opinion, Man City is going to still have what it takes lah. I think because they're eager to catch up with Arsenal. Then over at Newcastle and Man United, well, I think again topsy-turvy for me. I think both teams are gonna I wouldn't say struggle, but they're gonna find some way. So therefore I put my predictions that way lah. That's for me for the EPL side.
Okay. So I just wanted to touch on the EPL again because you mentioned Haaland, right?
Yeah. Haaland.
Erling Haaland, isn't it?
This is John up against our producer, but anyway, yes.
So he's a big question mark right now. Apparently, there's a hamstring issue with him. That's why he was withdrawn from Norway's games as well. But not just that. Foden himself has been ruled out from the Liverpool game. But we are not sure whether that's also a this kind of mind games being played by
Yeah.
Pep itself.
Yeah. As always.
But in some sense, I think I agree with you, unfortunately. So you can see my predictions here on my right. I actually predicted City to win Liverpool by 2-0. It's very heartbreaking for me to say this, but this is why I think the result is going to be a 2-0 win for Man City. So Liverpool, in the past 5 away games that Liverpool has played in the Premier League, they have failed to score in 4 of them.
Wow.
And the teams that they failed to score against were Brighton and Wolves, where we both lost 3-0. We drew 0-0 with Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park.
Yeah.
And obviously, everyone remembers the last game that we just didn't turn up at Bournemouth, where we were lost 1-0. So with City, City's been pretty much on form.
They have been.
In fact, Haaland's got crazy amount of goals in the FA Cup as well.
Hat tricks here and there
against Leipzig as well. So, but even even if he was really injured and not playing, I still think that they have too much firepower in their squad for us to overcome. I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But based on what we have seen so far, Liverpool's performances, based on what we've seen from City's performances, and because of the title race that's so crucial to Pep, I think City is going to win it, unfortunately. With regards to Newcastle and Man United, I predicted the score of 2-2, but I think if anything, it will likely be a draw, or Newcastle might just nick it 2-1.
Okay, you're going there.
So in any case, I don't think Man is going to win now. So that's just what I think. All right.
I'm actually on the reverse of that.
Really?
I think Man United might actually nick it.
Serious?
Yeah.
So but we are both in agreement there's going to be a draw.
Yeah. Well, I'm going. Well, yeah. I mean, essentially, draw. Yeah.
Well, because there's a reason for this, right? I mean, Rashford is now out with a apparent toe injury, but it's obviously not painful enough for him to stay at home. I mean, he still went to New York and everything, but that's besides the matter. But with Rashford out, I really don't see how United's going to be really.
Yeah.
I mean, McTominay and Sabitzer had a good, Euros qualifier so far in the last week. Fernandes has a few assists as well. But I really don't think they have enough to defeat Newcastle, because everybody has been talking about Ten Hag ball and everything. I'm sure you heard that, right?
Yeah, of course.
And yes, I agree to a certain extent that they are doing well under Ten Hag. I mean, his ideology, what he wants to see out of the players is beginning to take shape. But everybody has, in my opinion, kind of overlooked the work that Eddie Howe has done
for Newcastle.
Okay. Darren, if you are watching this, if you remember, we had this conversation last year when Newcastle were battling relegation, that I said, if you ask me who will probably be the next England manager, at that point of time, Southgate's position at England was still a question mark. And I said I would love to see Eddie Howe taking on the England management role. Why? Because I think he is the best English manager right now. And I said Newcastle is definitely going to survive, and they will even do well next year. And I'm very happy I'm very happy to see them doing really, really well this year. And, to my friend Darren, who had this long conversation about Newcastle, Liverpool, and everything. I hope you can remember our conversation. And I really quite like watching Newcastle. And this week they went to Dubai for their warm weather training and all. They had a very good session. And on the injury front, I don't recall reading or even hearing anyone saying that there are a lot of key players injured. So therefore you think it's 2-2? Or a Newcastle win. So that's my reasoning.
Something that I'm just going to quickly focus on as well, only because I've been a huge fan of him. And when he left Chelsea, I obviously felt quite sad, in all honest opinion, because I thought he was a fantastic manager. So Bayern Munich, up against Borussia Dortmund. I mean, if you saw the predictions earlier, I think I rate them quite high. And I think that's something we're going to talk about as well, because we've been on the topic of managers. You talk about Eddie Howe, and now I'm bringing up Thomas Tuchel. We're going to be talking about that in our little segments, afterwards. But now I just want to quickly say, I think it's going to be 4-1. I think Tuchel understanding German football. He understands Borussia Dortmund. I mean,
definitely.
I'm
in agreement with that.
So to me, it's because he knows the philosophy, how they play. He knows the league already. I mean, he's coming off the bat like, the EPL got me out. Gee at Chelsea, and then now I'm back at a better club. And in my honest opinion, I think he has one of the best clubs now to work with. They've already got fantastic players there. So he's just going into a place where it's all there for him. So he's just going to lead them all to successes. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to be surprised if he leads Bayern Munich to win the treble.
Oh, treble?
Yeah. I think he can overturn all of their whatever things they thought they were lagging behind for whatever reason that they decided to sack,
we will talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Detail on that later on. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Bayern's going to beat Dortmund this time because I think you already mentioned all the right reasons, but I just really want to say why I think they'll win is because he knows Dortmund very, very well.
Oh, yeah.
Despite the fact that he's been overseas, with PSG, with Chelsea, but I think most managers will still follow their own country's football, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
After all, you're all in the same industry and everything. So, and the Bayern players, well, it's Tuchel.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want to say. It's Tuchel.
Yeah.
With his presence, and sorry, I'm not coming from a Chelsea fan, but really, if you see the interview, it's fantastic, lah. Yeah, and for those of you wondering why I sound really as if I'm just so bored, and so that's because I'm about to do something very soon, and I feel for that.
So, but don't worry, we have a chance for that. Let's go into the other league that we're going to focusing on. That is the Spanish La Liga.
Oh yeah.
So there are two matches this week that is going to be quite important, and they are the 4 teams that will be fighting for the Champions League spots, and it just so happened and so coincidental that they are playing each other this week.
Yeah.
Right. So the 4 teams, right? In fact, first game is Atletico Madrid versus Real Betis. That is the 3rd position versus the 5th position. And the second match is Villarreal versus Real Sociedad, which is the 6th position versus the 4th position.
Yeah.
So this game, I think this week's results from this one was going to play a crucial role in who's going to end up in the Champions League spots at the end of the season. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm not sure, Ben. Have you been watching the La Liga much?
I think once in a while, I do follow Atletico. I think they're one of my favorite clubs there, lah. I mean, I still hold allegiance to Chelsea, but I think I've been following them ever since. You had like Suarez coming from there, Fernando Torres coming from there. I really like the club's philosophy, and to me, Diego Simon. I really like his style, lah. Simeone. Yeah, I like his style. That's where Diego Costa also come from. Yeah, the Diego I like.
Or is it because it's red?
Yeah, no, okay, never mind. Anyway, Kato also came from there, so De Gea also came from there, I believe. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm not looking forward to the end part. So,
so what was your score for Atletico Madrid versus Betis?
Well, I think I put it about very narrow, lah. Very narrow. Now I can't remember off the hand, but I think I put something about 1-0 or something like that. But very narrow, because to me, as you said, because they're contending for that spot, I think they might go defensive, lah.
But they are at home, though.
They are, but that's the thing. They have this thing where I also think they might play attacking, but they don't. Yeah, I've seen that in the games where they go up against their next door rivals, Real Madrid. I thought sometimes when they play at home, they're supposed to be with the home support, but yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget, right, that in the last 2 home games, right, they have scored a total of 9 goals.
Yeah.
So they are at home. They've been in good form, and now that your biggest rivals or one of your bigger rivals are coming. Shouldn't you take this opportunity to just crush them? You know what I mean? So I'm predicting a 3-0 win for Madrid. Yeah, because I just think they're just going to turn up and then and carry on the great form that they have. So and then to seal their spot in the Champions League. So that's for me for Atletico Madrid versus Betis. Then quickly moving on to the next one, Villarreal versus Sociedad.
Yeah.
I just want to highlight David Silva. For Sociedad, because he has been great for them. He's like the Luka Modric, he's an old stalwart, but he's probably the best player this season. Yeah,
the maestro of the midfield.
Yeah, so I just think they're going to nick it 1-0.
Okay.
To also try to cement their status, as a Champions League qualifying spot. Now, I think it comes to the segment that I have been actually very, very much looking forward to. And if you guys remember last week's episode, Ben suddenly threw a challenge to me,
I
right? That was the game for France versus Netherlands, where he expected Netherlands to win.
Yeah.
I predicted France to win.
Yeah.
Right, so he said if whoever loses, right, we are going to sing each other's club song.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we are supposed to be wearing our respective clubs, but someone obviously too shy to show his allegiance to Chelsea. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Now your chance to change. You mentioned you like Madrid and all the players. Because they're also red, right?
Right.
So I can see you starting to
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, let's just get on and done and over with this bullshit. So I'm ready. John just taught me this song a minute ago. I probably will only get one line correct, and I believe it goes like this.
Wait. Before we do that,
Oh, so before I sing, I still got something lah.
Of
I still have a
course.
prop, is it?
Yeah, I think red looks good on you, don't you think?
I mean, holy! I have nothing to say.
Hold this.
He dares bring a scarf.
Make sure you can see on screen now. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I can hold the phone for you.
No need.
Come.
Oh, I'm supposed to. Okay. Oh, good lord. Anyway. Okay, so I try. Okay, 4 lines. It goes like this. He wants me to hold basket. No, lost already. Still have to do so many things. Okay. How do I go? Okay, sing with me, like. How the tune? Okay, you mean sing? I might botch this, but it's okay. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you will never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. I only know the last part.
Alright, let's give Ben a big round of applause.
Clap yourself lah. Oh yo.
They keep you on lah.
It's okay. Oh good lord. Oh, put that thing away. Oh my goodness.
We put it on.
Yeah. Okay, but well, what about another challenge then? Okay, so last one. I said you choose the match, and so you chose France versus Netherlands. This one you are also gonna choose the match again. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Newcastle versus Man United. I'm going to make it interesting.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to make it interesting.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Let's go.
So I said that it will be either a draw or Newcastle win.
Yeah.
Right. And Ben said that it's going to be.
No, you said Newcastle win.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said Man
United. You said United or draw, right? Yeah. So same thing lah.
But we both said draw.
If let's say I lose.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
cannot.
lose.
If
you come up with the thing, yeah.
Yeah, so if I hate this part. I hate this part also. Okay, if United really wins,
okay.
Right? I will sing GGMU. Okay? Yes. Okay, but if
Newcastle win,
you have to wear a Liverpool jersey.
Yeah, okay lah.
Okay, yeah?
Yeah lah.
Okay, can.
Okay.
So this is the challenge, huh?
Glory, Man United.
Hey, I thought you Chelsea fan.
No, I just want to see where the
you said no lah. Oh my god.
I straight away wanted to see where the Man United jersey.
Anyway. So guys, that was our Sixth Sense segment. Those were the predictions for the important matches that are coming up next week. So next segment, we are going to delve into the interesting things that's happening in the football world in the segment called What's What? Who's Who? Stay tuned.
Don't forget, You say, faster.
Me?
Yeah lah, you lah.
Oh, hi guys, welcome to What's What and Who's Who, where we'll share with you the interesting things that happened over the last week. And I want Ben to share because he actually sent me a few links.
Yeah, I did. I was so excited, because I think when you were asking me like, hey, what to share? And I said, you know what? I found all these funny things. So number one, we're going to talk about the referee in Egypt. I think that's quite cool. Because in I believe it's to be the second division of the Egypt League. There was a player. I mean, one of the team I can't pronounce it. I'm trying to pronounce it. Suez was leading 2-1 against El Nasser, but not to be mixed up with the Cristiano Ronaldo one. I just want to confirm it's not the same. So when El Nasser thought they scored an equalizer, the Suez players and the staff all swarmed the referee. Because there's no VAR facility, and what the referee did in that game is he took the fan's phone and look at the replay lah. So kind of like a VAR, but from the fan's point of view. Yeah, so that was quite weird because no VAR, right? So he takes someone's phone and he decided this shall be his VAR. So I thought that was quite an interesting take. I mean, I'm seeing him laugh as well. So yeah, that's number one that I saw. Number two, this one quite funny. Like when I sent to you, I think he straight away laughed at it. We have a tweet from our favorite FIFA guy. Not that I love you, but we have a tweet from former FIFA guy, actually, Sepp Blatter, who congratulated another person of his same age, same adversary. His adversary in football, Roy Hodgson. And in that tweet, he mentioned old chap. And in that tweet, very particularly, he spelled Crystal Palace wrong. He spelled Crystal Palace with CHRYSTAL, something like that. Yeah, so go check out that tweet. He spelled Crystal Palace wrongly as well. So,
forgive him, right? English is not his first language. Right?
Yeah, but Twitter got that, that dictionary function. So, dictionary. Anyway, so the next one also, I think this one quite interesting. When I send it to you, this one, tell us more also, what are your thoughts? So, the reason why Netherlands, perhaps they lost to France because of orange chicken rice. Well, I say orange chicken rice because orange like Netherlands. But yeah, it's really due to curry chicken rice. So apparently curry chicken rice was the cause of not one, not two, not three, but 5 players withdrawal, and all because of curry chicken rice against France of all people. I bet John was the one that sent them the curry chicken rice that led to today.
I cook for them.
Yeah, I think so too. That's why using the chicken brand, the Ayam brand. So Ayam also means chicken. Yeah, from Liverpool. Look at the damn logo there. It could be, and that's why they weren't even showing against France. But anyway, you have something to share as well.
Yeah. So I think that was the reason why Netherlands lost.
Yeah, I think
they were so lackluster in the game. But anyway, so one of the things that I saw this week was actually something which I actually when I first read the article, I was so disappointed.
Why? Yeah?
I was a little bit hot. Okay, so this is the article that just came out, right? This it was just recently announced.
Okay.
There will be from 1st July onwards, 2023, right? There will be a new ruling for goalkeepers. And this ruling is set by the International Football Association Board, or IFAB for short. And these are the 4 rules that they have set.
Sorry, I just want to stop you there. What is it for short again?
IFAB lah.
IFAB.
Why?
Okay.
Anything
No,
wrong?
it just sounded wrong, like IFAB. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I know.
No.
I know I'm fabulous.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
No.
But anyway, the 4 rules are: goalkeepers cannot touch the goalposts and the nets. Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. This for penalty taking. By the way, just in case you're wondering what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The second rule is that they cannot delay the execution of the penalty. The third rule is they cannot unfairly distract the penalty taker. And last but not least, any sort of behaviors that fail to show respect to the penalty taker, the referees are allowed to give them a yellow card.
Oh, yellow. Okay.
I don't know. So are you hearing this for the first time as well?
Actually, it is my first time hearing
Okay, cool.
this.
Then I want to know what are your thoughts.
Here are my thoughts very instantly when you talk about it. Again, just so happened because, he does it. So Kepa from, our Chelsea goal line, he does the thing where he taunts the players. He shakes his body. There are other goalkeepers that does the same thing,
Does he do that?
Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, what's wrong with them doing that? I think it's a mind game. What? Okay, so if the goalkeeper cannot do that, then the penalty takers, they cannot skip here, they cannot jump here, they cannot do that Cristiano Ronaldo thing where they walk backwards. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah, oh my god, I can't believe you're on the same page on this.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, right, I totally agree. I think by setting these rules, right, you are basically training players to be mentally weak.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And by doing that, they will never be able to overcome any kind of hardships, whether it's in football or in life.
Yeah.
Why? Because in a sense, right?
Yeah.
I think this is quite contentious again. It can be quite sensitive, but I have to say it out here.
Say it.
I think the woke culture or the cancel culture should not have any place in any part of the world, including football.
Wow.
Right? So, as a professional player, right, you are supposed to be able to withstand the pressure or at least learn how to withstand this kind of pressures. It's not just from the goalkeeper. It's from
the fans behind as well.
It's from the fans, right, in the stadium. Not just the fans in the stadium, but those online as well, right? If you miss the penalty, you'll be crucified, all kind of shit. Some players are they're worried and everything, but come on. You are a freaking professional. You are being paid to actually learn how to withstand all this pressure. So by doing this, you're protecting the player. So why do you wrap them in cotton wool and everything?
Right.
So I don't know. I am definitely against this ruling, and I don't think that and I don't think most people would disagree with me or disagree with us for that matter. So I just think we classify this as a bizarre moment because I think it's just really strange.
It is. And for all you know, I mean, the whole topic about this whole goalkeeper thing could be something we could slide in. We could slice it up and dice it up like an onion for our later on topic for the onions of the week. So we never know about that. But yeah, it's great that, I mean, for all these what's what and who's who, we've been sharing all of these. If you know of an incident as well, or if you know of something that's quite interesting, you can just share it with us, And whether or not you want to be your own, portable VAR this time, you could also do that lah. Take the phone and, VAR. But yeah, those are our what's what and who's who. So we'll see you for our next segment. And our next segment, this time you're going to say it's called the
Onions of the Week.
Yeah, where we share our most unpopular opinion with you.
Huh? What did you say?
No lah, must be the Liverpool shit that making me cry. Smell like onion, that's why I'm doing that. But welcome back to another segment we call Onions of the Week. And we're going to share our unpopular opinions. And the first one, I just want to bring back, from our earlier segment, the whole controversy of when they implement the whole goalkeeping sort of rule where the goalkeeper cannot taunt, the goalkeeper cannot do this, cannot touch the net, cannot do this, do that. It no longer seems to be like a football to me. It becomes like, like an arcade game where everything just too perfect and it gets a bit dull. That's my opinion. But also just going back to the thing, could it be, I think early, during the little short break we had, could it be that a band of players came together from don't know where lah? Okay, and they're young and they're like thinking, why is it that the goalkeeper is always taunting me? And they decided to come together and go, we want to complain and say the goalkeeper cannot taunt me because I want to take this goal kick and it's my penalty. He's taunting me, he's distracting me, and therefore let's stop it. Do you think it's like that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Snowflakes.
Well, I mean, yeah, could it be like that? If it's like that, let us know, okay? Just let us know if you feel it's exactly that. They coming together and they go, I can't take the taunting. So therefore, the audience are booing me, the goalkeeper is booing me. Please make it stop. No. And yeah, could it be like that?
It's possible. It's really possible. But it's funny that you mentioned that because I think, players coming together, voicing their opinion and somehow getting what they want.
Yeah.
In recent times, it seems like it's not just for this matter, or
right.
If it's true, it's not just for this matter, but it's more prevalent in the game right now.
Right, okay.
Where they don't, when things don't go against them, or they just, or when things don't go well behind the scenes, for example.
Okay.
Or so there seems to be some kind of a power struggle somewhere. In the game itself. So my question right now is that, in terms of power struggle, right? Right, you mentioned about players, coming together, tell, hey, you taught me and everything. Would they be saying the same thing about managers? Like, I don't want to, this manager, I don't like him, don't play, I didn't just give up, don't care.
Oh dear.
Do you think it's happening?
Well, I mean, I see that happening as well. I don't just see that happening in players, actually. I think, and again, not that I want to bring it up, I see that happening in the football club that I support in Chelsea. I'm not going to rant too much, but our board seems to be, because it's new, Roman's era is gone, now you have American guy taking over Todd, and then he changes everything. He changes from internally, and then from there, once everyone's changed, it then became Tuchel's turn to go, and because Tuchel goes, and then we start to fall in shambles, which is something that I don't like. And then and similarly, I think players don't show referees enough respect. They don't show the game enough respect, and that's just my take. As I'm going along with you, that players just seem to think that because, and we talked about this in our last podcast as well, is it because they think they are some sort of celebrity on the field, and therefore the referee should respect them, but maybe not the other way around? And then of course I did say, and I mentioned some players as well, and to me there are some players who still respect everyone on the pitch, but then you have some upcoming ones that just don't. So what are your thoughts?
I don't know. For me, I agree to a certain extent that players think that they, for lack of better word, I think they are just entitled.
Yeah.
Right? And they seem to be taking out on the ref, like you mentioned, on the managers and themselves. But does it seem like these days owners are also, starting to do the same thing? Right? Why I say that is because, in recent happenings, I think the most controversial one of all was the sacking of Bayern Munich's coach, Julian Nagelsmann. Right? So we can, I think a lot of fans agree that we do not fully understand the reasons behind his sacking. The official statement was that it was due to performance, but it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And here is why I say it's bullshit. They are second in the Bundesliga, 1 point behind Dortmund, right? They are also in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and they are also in the quarterfinals of their local cup, domestic cup. So, like you mentioned earlier in the first or second segment, right, that they are on course for the treble. And you think Tuchel is going to bring down the treble, right? Yeah. So if it's based on performance, that's just bullshit because they clearly are not.
And just to go what you said about Bayern, earlier when they first appointed him to be the manager, they said he was going to be there on a long-term project. And don't forget, he is very young,
Yes.
Late 30s only.
Yes.
And to be managing the Bayern Munich at this level, I think it's fantastic. He has brought them to the level that they are at the moment. Never mind, they're just 1 point away, but that's 1 point away. So, if they keep up their good work, to be consistent, to be precise in their whatever training they are. And I think if he was still remaining, he could have just taken them fourth. That's my take lah. I think even if they lose the league, at least win other two trophies. That is what every club, don't care whether it's Bundesliga or no, other league clubs also want to have, to win something. And I think if you ask me there's a little joke that I read somewhere on a forum, I think it was Reddit or somewhere. The old people just don't like him. Only because during training, and there was a picture of him, Neinsman, right? Is that how I pronounce it? During training, he came in.
Nagelsmann, I think.
Yeah. He came in skateboarding.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was a picture of him skateboarding to training to meet the players. He's young, no? He's a young fella. He can do that.
That's quite cool.
You don't expect someone like Arsene Wenger's age or Roy Hodgson's age to be on the. Well, I mean, not saying they can't, but you don't imagine that. But this guy, he comes in, and therefore people go, oh, he's a bit too young and too cool, and this is where I want to point out, it's someone like Ryan Mason, if I remember correctly, during a Spurs moment, when they were losing Jose Mourinho, and Ryan Mason took over, and then people started saying you're too young. So yeah, and we speak about Jose Mourinho now. We go back to Spurs. Now is Spurs doing the same thing? I mean, they're not award winning like Bayern Munich, but are they doing the same thing where they're just you don't bring in the results and oof you go. And what Conte said, I think there's some truth to it.
I think he's very brave, and I really want to applaud him for doing that, because I think certain things need to be said, right? I think that it's quite clear that there is a power struggle. In many clubs, right? It seems like there's a power struggle between the owners, between the managers, and between the players. So who do you think is most important, right? In a sense. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, why don't you just share with us who you think is the most important asset to the club? Is it the owners? Is it the manager? Or is it the players? Because at the end of it all, I think there's no real winner. The only winner is toxicity. Exactly. Right? Toxicity. Because all their behaviors, the way their actions and everything,
it breeds this sort of
exactly,
thing.
Which I think should be stamped out from the game. Allow us. Can't you just allow us to just enjoy football once again?
That's right. And again, I think if we take out all the politics, take out all of the crap, I don't see why, just like how if they like young players coming into the club, I don't see how a young football manager coming to the club, doing them some form of good, is no good at all. So, that's something that if anybody there has an opinion, you think actually he should be sacked, or Conte should be sacked, let us know. That's what we want to know. And also don't forget, the word that we like you to comment for today's podcast is actually what John said, snowflake. Now, if you don't know how to spell, SNOWFLAKE. Sorry, I have to spell. Wait, some people don't know how to spell, then say what? Snowflake. Anyway, yeah.
You forgot the S.
I forgot. Oh, snowflakes. Okay, so we wanted to do snowflakes. I forgot the S. So anyway, yeah, don't be an S. Okay, no, actually be an S and don't be a snowflake.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
That's a quote there, man. Be an ass, don't be a snowflake.
Yeah, be an ass, don't be a snowflake. Oh dear. Anyway, so those are our my goodness. Those are unpopular opinions of the week. And as you can see, we're very passionate about this because we're just two guys from Singapore that love our football. And that's why we bring you 442. And don't forget, we forgot to mention this in today's podcast, but don't forget to follow us on our socials, our Facebook, Instagram, and whatever other socials, YouTube, Spotify. Yeah, so don't forget to follow us there. Right, John?
Yeah, that's right.
And if you want to see John sing the United theme song, well, stay tuned for next episode. Yeah. Glory, glory, Man United. But that's all we have for this episode for today. It is the 442 due. You see, so angry. Forgot to say.
Okay.
Don't forget to join us again for our 442 dudes for our next podcast. And we thank you all for being, who've been following us, who've been commenting. Thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to United winning. So goodbye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
442.